some records actually. We saw some numbers that we didn't even expect on previous tournaments. People getting 15 kills, people getting 19 kills.
Just driving around in vehicles, slaying out, going compound to compound, like, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see some of that today because it was certainly exciting.
Yeah, you got to be careful, though. You don't want too many people in single vehicles, otherwise you get blown up and then everything goes wrong.
Let's just say that the teams that were excelling on those kills never made the top 3.
Yeah. Not the best of spots, but at least you're getting some kills, I guess.
They were very exciting to watch.
There you go. Let's take a look at the group once again here for Group A, because we are almost ready to get into our first game. So it's important to recap exactly who's going to be playing. Again, lots of influencers that from across this region that are going to be playing things out.
And in Group A, we got Blagoons, DerekG Killers, Gankstars, GV, Lights Out, Miss with Wolves, Muiskerm and Friends, Orion Esports, Caliverse Squad, and Chicken Strips and Honey. I just like saying that name.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. Fantastic for the first half. Now we got the second half of Group A. Taserface, the Lejeune Squad. We get the Last Minute Men, Team Pleb, Miss Team KK, SolidFPS, Winsanity, Vision Gaming, Wicked Gaming, and ZenGamers.
And that is that. And big thank you once again to our sponsor, Samsung Galaxy Note 9, for joining us along this trip here for the Star Challenge North America. And with that, we are almost ready to start game number 1 here of Group A for the Star Challenge North America.
Absolutely. You can see the spawn point here at the Divine Mansion, or just south of it, rather. And we've got all the teams grouped up here, so you can see where that point of interest is going to be during the game. It's going to be a nice little, you know, I don't know, run and gun session here by the mansion. I'm curious to see if anybody actually drops there, though, as it's not a popular drop spot here on the mobile platform.
Yeah, and it's going to go ahead and come down to what the playing path is. So hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and see that here. And I want to go ahead and see what teams are going to go where. And it looks like this one is actually going to go straight down by military base. And you also got Jasnava. I'm probably going to go ahead and butcher some of those names. So
Jasnaya Poliana.
There you, oh my goodness. Okay.
We got it. Look at the plane path, though. It's coming in from the northeast here, flying directly, slicing right through the middle of the map. So many great drop locations. You've got Jasnaya Poliana. We've got Stalber up top, which has got great loot, but is awfully isolated. You're going to see no one really go there. We've got Squad 10 actually jumping out to Kameshki, it looks like. And then we've got other great locations like Razak School. You've got Pachinki in range, Farm, and Milta, which is our man here's favorite, Milta. And then we've also got the military base at the end of the flight path. I really feel, though, as though Georgia Pole and the crates will be popular locations. You're going to see teams drop on the car garage at Rozhok. Expect an engagement there to start things off.
Definitely. We see a lot of teams. It seems like everybody's just jumping off early here. Look at Team 10 just going to Kameshki. There you go. Ooh, baby. And we actually got people going to school in apartments. So something definitely interesting that we want to go ahead and keep an eye on, because I want to see if we're going to have early engagements or if everybody's just trying to wait for the end to go ahead and engage. And it looks like we do have a couple teams there on the military base. And look at this right here. Trasher already has a pistol, looking around, level 2 backpack, level 1 helmet. Then, oh my gosh, look at everybody in Rozhok. We have 4 different teams, it looks like, in near Rozhok.
And as expected, Gankstars goes for the vehicle, and they are going to be hauling butt over to, looks like Georgia Pole. Not a surprise at all here. We've got teams spreading out all over the map. You've got a really hot southeastern part of this zone. And again, School Rozhok area definitely hot, but I think there's going to be a battle for the vehicles there. And again, teams will migrate to the east or the west. Look at this zone, though.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, what a southern zone. And wow, look at teams 4 and 18 there.
ZenLeeGaming taking out Comfort Police already early, and they actually go ahead and finish them off. Insane Derpy being able to go ahead and get that kill. My gosh, we're actually seeing some action right here at the beginning, and we also got to keep an eye out on their circle because it is gonna go ahead and start moving. So it's something they want to go ahead and keep an eye on. And not only that, look at ZenLeeGaming. I'm loving what they're doing here, just having the high ground. And it looks like Chad already has a little bit of damage there. More than likely, they're not going to be able to go ahead and pick up their teammate. And it's something that we might actually see throughout the tournament. So if you see maybe a teammate down and their team just leaving them, sometimes it's better to go ahead and sacrifice. And just look at this map right here. Team 10 is definitely not even close. So they more than likely want to go ahead and find a couple vehicles and actually go with the strat. Do they want to go all in just one vehicle, or do they want to go ahead and take separate vehicles?
That's a great question. We've got some action early so far, and it looks like we're taking a look at the prison right now. We've got some fighting going on down in the little bowl pool here. We've got a couple squads going at it. It is going to be, early fights are obviously not where you want to be because it's such a high risk to engage this early on rather than looting up first, but it's not going to matter here. It looks like Winsanity is going in. We got kills, people getting knocked left and right.
And look at this right here. They want to go ahead and pick up that teammate. Look at that person with no clothes on. They want to make sure they don't actually stay like that throughout the whole match because that will play part at the end of the match. And they are actually going for the revive. And let's look at this team. Currently 0 kills, making sure they loot up. They are kind of far away. Gankstars, once again, just on the top left-hand side. They're the type of team that they might not mind just getting a little bit hurt by the circle as long as they're able to find enough health, PB.
Absolutely. You see that Juicy and his squad, Lights Out, have gone up to the crates in Georgia Pole area as well. They're kind of off, separated a little bit. They definitely, these teams, a lot of them know each other, right? They know what their preferences are, and Gankstars has basically claimed North Georgia Pole as home turf. So you're going to see them definitely try to loot up over here. We've also got some great action going on down towards the prison, mansion, and down in Milta area as well. We're following AvaGG here. We've already got 5 kills off the board at this point. So all 20 teams still left alive, but there are a few players that have been pruned off to this point.
And it looks like they're currently in prison, and they are very close to each other. Team 19 just taking the top floor, and Team 8 wanting to go ahead and push up. As we were mentioning, how are they going to go ahead and breach this? Are they going to wait? Because the zone is not on them. They do have to go ahead and leave. They got to keep in mind that the positioning is a huge part in this game, especially once that circle starts moving on. And in case you're new to the game, as the game actually goes on, the circle just becomes a lot stronger and will actually do a lot more damage. So something to go ahead and keep an eye out on.
Definitely, these guys are going to be forced to move here shortly with the circle closing in. Again, it is quite wide at the current time. It's not going to be any time soon where these guys have to move, but at the same time, occupying multiple levels of the same building, when you've got another squad right below you, you definitely are watching your step. You don't want to make sure that you're giving them easy kills. So you're going to be having to watch that rotation here a little bit later on.
That's true. And look at Chad here with the level 3 helmet, level 3 out of his mind so far. One of his teammates do go down, and they're actually currently looking handicapped here because they got one teammate dead already and one down. So they want to make sure and be aware. And I'm loving the movement here by Chad. He's actually showing some great movement on mobile.
Absolutely. Chad's still alive, trying to carry his team. We've got another really solid squad here in Team 5. Pirateer and Night Owl leading the charge into the building, trying to finish off the knocks here on Team 13. That is Chad's squad. Chad off to the side, unable to support. Can they hold them off? No, it looks like Night Owl's going to get the knock and the finish here on both of these guys. Really nice work from him, and it looks like Chad is going to be all by himself off to the side with the Tommy gun.
They come through, and they're going to go ahead and find those skills, and more than likely now they know. They were down. All of the team is not dead, so they want to go ahead and find that last person, get more kills, get more points. And look at here by Georgia Pool. We have a couple teams, 4 teammates here, different teams. And the thing is, you got to look at the choke points too, right? Because more than likely, they want to go ahead and take the road so they can get to the safe zone faster. So I wonder if some teams are going to go ahead and just wait a little bit to see if they can get those skills, or do they just want to go ahead and start working on positioning? But yes, we mentioned there, Chad just by himself. I wonder how he's going to go ahead and play that out. And look at that, Sixless actually gets a kill. And we're currently just looking at Gankstars just trying to get some loot, as much loot as they can, as they do have Lights Out nearby.
Lights Out, Igmix picking up a kill there. Sickless picking up a kill as well. Very nice job to them. They are engaged right now at the crates here in South Georgia Pole. We've got an engagement going on. Juicy leading his squad of Pablo, Igmix, and Sixless here. They are wiping teams off the board. We do have one squad that has been eliminated thus far, so we are down to 19 remaining. One thing that you pointed out, Seven, on the rotation, it's going to be really interesting because a lot of these teams know that Gankstars does loot up in North Georgia Pole, and they have 3 squads currently in between them and a very southern zone. So rotating is going to be a priority here shortly. Will they cut each other off? Who knows? One thing that I like right now is look at that southern island. Who is down there? That is Team SolidFPS, bringing that knowledge, that in-game strategery. They are hanging out on that southern island, looting up all by themselves. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with as the game moves on.
And not only that, they actually have somebody right next to the bridge. So I wonder if they're going to try to go for that position as well. Just hold on the bridge, wait for people to start coming through, get those kills. But they also don't want to go ahead and get overpowered because people could end up using boats, maybe go ahead and start swimming, which sometimes in situations like this, I don't highly suggest it because you can get picked off really easy. But if you don't really have another option, if you don't have a boat, if you don't have a jet ski, and if you don't want to go ahead and take the bridge, then swimming is going to be your last option. And it looks like at the moment, that's where they're going to have to go. Now, going back a little bit towards Gankstars and Lights Out, right? We saw them outside the zone, and we did see that Lights Out might actually be able to go ahead and set up a perimeter there and wait for Gankstars to come through, as we're looking at the map right here on the top left-hand side of your screen. And we actually see the zone now moving in, so that's something they want to go ahead and keep an eye on. And you can see Gankstars is more than likely now looking towards the crates. They want to make sure nobody's there once they start moving. And look at Team 7 right here, just currently trying to make sure they go up this hill, don't get spotted, because they don't really have any cover. If they want to do anything, they're going to have to jump off that cliff.
Absolutely. You can see Team 9 Lights Out and Team 1 Gankstars. They're playing a little do-si-do up in the northwest part of this map. Really kind of interesting to see the strategy behind that. Lights Out normally would try to take out Gankstars early, but that's also a huge risk here, knowing the stakes that are at play. The top 15 teams move on, so perhaps it's not wise to force that engagement early in the fight rather than waiting till later on. But we have the zone closing in. We've got all kinds of teams that are making their way to the circle. Again, for those of you new to PUBG Mobile, the first circle does not hurt that bad, but it will do damage over time. Once that blue circle overlaps your position, you are now in the blue zone. It'll tick a little bit, it'll do a little bit of damage, but we've got a nice little firefight going on right now here for Outsider of Wildcard and Team 3.
Yeah, and it looks like we got Wicked here. I wonder what they're going to go ahead and do, how they're going to play this out. One of their teammates is currently down here, Team 20, and we see Wicked squad just starting to move in. They want to get that kill. They want to make sure they get those points, and there you go. They're able to go ahead and finish them up, and look at this loot right now. Level 3 backpack. That means that they're going to be able to go ahead and pack as much stuff as they can in there, and hopefully they brought their lunchbox, because it might be a long day for them. They went back to the main lobby already, and look at Team 20, just pretty much really spread out. That's something that I usually don't like seeing in squads. Seeing squads too spread out, unless they've been playing with each other for a while. And as we see the overall here, teams are now starting to move in, and it actually looks like Lights Out might be waiting for Gankstars to go ahead and do that. Now, we do have Team 5 currently waiting by Rosshawk, so something to go ahead and keep an eye on as all teams do start moving in. We obviously got Team 20, which we just saw into action there. They're more than likely want to go ahead and start pushing towards the zone. And Wildcard, even though they already have some kills, they definitely want to get their butts in the safe zone.
Absolutely. Team 12 and 6 are getting ready to square off here just a little bit south of Pachinki. We are going to be seeing them occupying different compounds. Both of these are positions of normal, pretty good strongholds here. The house is just off the road, and then the barn's just down the street. Both of these guys are in the zone right now, so no movement will be necessary from right now. The northern part of this map is where things are going to go down in just a moment on these rotations. We've got Team 1 and Team 9 still both in the blue zone, both waiting for each other. What's going on? We also have some firefights going on over in Milta. Team 3 and Team 20 are firing some shots at each other, but the way this is developing is extremely interesting with this many teams left alive and two of the top squads going at it already. They haven't fired a shot yet, but positioning-wise, they're definitely gunning for each other.
Yeah, and as soon as that blue circle touches the white one, we're going to have a new zone. And that's something to keep an eye on, because it might be that it actually benefits some teams and some other teams might not so much. So something to keep an eye on. Positioning, as I mentioned, is going to play a huge part. You're more than likely going to go ahead and hear me say that a bunch of times. Now, look at Milta. We got Team 14 over there getting sneaked up by Team 20. And as we mentioned, look at this zone. Now, the good thing about this is that this zone does not do that much damage. And there you, oh my God, look at this zone right here. A lot of teams currently not in this safe zone, so make sure, please, get there as soon as possible. And we still have Gankstars and Lights Out up there.
Look at how far they are out of the zone, and as the zones continue to go reset and basically generate new zones, the blue zone will tick harder. It will hit you harder. It will start to hurt more. But for the first two circles typically aren't too much to be worried about as long as you've got your painkillers and your energy drinks active, which restore your health over time. But as you can see, again, the positioning war between Gankstars and Lights Out up in the northwest corner of the map in Georgia Pole, that's going to be interesting to watch moving forward. We'll transition now again south of Pachinki in the compound here. Team 12 and 6 still staring at each other now on the edge of the zone, and it looks looks like Team 12 in one of those houses will be inside the next circle safe, and Team 6 will have to rotate by them. So we'll see if we got an engagement there.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to push here, and I noticed that we already have 2 airdrops in the map as well. Something you want to keep an eye on, as we were talking before the game started, airdrops do provide certain guns that might be a little bit stronger. The AWM is pretty much like a one-shot kill, so something to keep an eye on in the future if somebody does go to a crate, what kind of gun they can get, and they might actually go ahead and get an advantage just out of that. And look at Team 12 right here, just staring Team 6 down. More than likely, they heard some shots. As we mentioned earlier, if you do shoot, you're kind of giving away your position, not only by the sound, but you will also be able to hear and see on the minimap where they're coming from. And look at Team 5. Team 5 is just being calm, cool, and collected by school, even though they are currently taking damage because they are outside the zone.
On this map, we've got 3 key things that I want to pay attention to. We've got the mess that's about to happen on the bridge to the east side of the zone. You've got Team SolidFPS camping that situation, waiting for people to come across, and there are 5 squads on the immediate other side of that bridge that are going to jostle for position. We also have Lights Out and Gankstars, again, up in Georgia Pole, way out of the zone. Both of them know they have to rotate. Both of them don't necessarily want to fight this early, but the position war is real. We also down have in Primorsk, we've got 2 squads jostling for the best position in the zone, so they think, and it's going to be interesting to see who can establish a foothold and make all the other teams come to them.
And as we see there, Lights Out and Gankstars, now they're starting to take damage, and it's going to increase, as we mentioned, throughout the game. If you're outside the blue zone, if you're not inside that white circle, the zone to be at, you're going to take some damage, and it looks like we got Team 14, look at this, gets caught out, and there you go. Wildcard being able to go ahead and get 2 more kills. Now they know one more person is going to be there. Are they going to just go ahead and wait behind the boat? And look at this. They might get sandwiched here by VG. They notice that. They heard some shots. They go ahead and turn around and make sure they address that right away, making sure they heal up, because you don't want to take a gunfight here with not 100% health. And talking about that, look at that right there. They get taken down. Now, is he going to try to get the finish, as they do have 1 team down? It's pretty much like trading a player. There you go. Wildcard being able to go ahead and take one out. Oh, he waited, and he takes one more out. Wildcard being able to go ahead and get destroyed there by VG, and Wicked very low on health. Win. There you go. Lucifer actually gets the kill on Win, PB.
We're going back and forth. Right now, we're trading. We've got people knocked all over the place. Wicked taken down there. VG Arceus getting the kill on Wicked. He is knocked. He's got a chance to be picked up here. Lucifer running around trying to get things done, but low health on Arceus here. The zone is coming. This is bad timing for him for sure. Everyone is knocked. They're in the blue. They're taking damage. This is going to be really difficult to rebound from. Both of these squads are just going to knock each other out, courtesy of help from that zone.
Yeah, and this, as you mentioned, this zone, it plays a huge part here. Do you want to go ahead and just kill the other team because you are taking damage even though you are not getting into a gunfight? Do you also want to go ahead and pick up your teammate? And it looks like VG is currently corner camping there. Lucifer is able to spot him. He is actually able to go ahead and take him out. Is he going to have enough time here to go ahead and pick up his teammate? Because he also has to worry about picking himself up.
Oh, and what I mean by that, what do you think about this? Should he have gotten the revive?
I don't know. I don't know. They have to do positioning here. I think he should have just left them and just work on positioning. They already got some kills, which is great. And look at Lights Out and Gankstars finally starting to move up. It looks like they didn't engage. Lights Out went ahead and just started positioning themselves a little bit sooner. And Gankstars just realizes that, hey, they cannot stay in this zone anymore. They need to get to the safe zone as soon as possible. And look at Chilled Chaos here. Oh, baby.
Chilled Chaos and his team. They're positioned up on that hill, looking down on Team 10 here, down in this compound. They are camped. I'm not sure if they're aware of the presence of Chilled Chaos and his squad. Yes, they are. We got shots being fired, but there are a couple of squads here. So this is really interesting. UAZ comes into the compound. There's the shots. Oh, and a great connection there. Manaber's getting knocked, and that was not what he was hoping to happen. Novocaine spots him early. Novocaine getting the knock, but unable to get the finish.
Being able to use that M4, and it looks like that 4-time as well. Look at this M16 and this 3-time, and oh my gosh, they do have a car, so that's good. Now, another thing that we just noticed here is you don't want to necessarily stay still for too long, even if that means laying down. Even though you think you might have a lot of cover, people will still be able to spot you, especially when you start shooting. Something to keep a huge eye on. And look at Wildcard here, still not moving towards the safe zone. They will have to go ahead and go through that bridge, but it looks like Team 2 is now starting to get to the safe zone. This safe zone is going to be insane. And there we have it right there. Oh my goodness, it is in the military base island. A lot of teams outside the zone. This is going to be interesting. Night Owl being able to go ahead and get some kills there from Team 12. Chill Chaos. It looks like that didn't work out. Just waiting. There you go. Chill Chaos gets taken out as he was just standing still trying to line up his shot.
Pirateer, a brilliant player, absolutely taking him down there. I like how the crates that dropped on that southern island provided a clue as to where that final zone was ultimately going to be. Down in the southwestern portion of the southern island, the military base, very, very tough spot to get to. There's a couple of teams already positioned there, but now we focus our attention on Team 5 and Team 12 here. Camsey eyeballing Pirateer in that upper window, trying to get him to peek, trying to get that knock.
And look at this, they're just waiting. I wonder if we can maybe see some replays there from earlier from those kills. Look at this replay brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And Nabar just trying to go to his teammate, and then he gets caught. Chill Chaos just gets caught peeking as he's trying to find that person. Check out this shot right here. Oh man, baby. I'm just getting super hyped by this ending. Look at all the teams. Now Team 16 looks like they're gonna have to swim there, which they might want to go ahead and start swimming now. It looks like Team 4 is already doing that.
Lots of teams trying to make their way to the southern island. This lends itself to not necessarily a bridge camp, as the zone is just a little bit too far south for that. But at the same time, a lot of people know that they're coming through that choke point. Oh, the boat is destroyed. Egnix absolutely destroying a boat with a whole bunch of people in it. And we've got Lights Out holding the gate here while they get across. It looks like they've made it. They've destroyed their competition. And that was a fantastic execution there, taking out that boat. I would love to see that again if we can get that done.
They were able to get that kill, but now they're in a peculiar spot here because one of their teammates is now down. There you go. They're able to go and move up. Juicy able to get that kill on chat as he did have the height advantage. Lights Out here showing that they come to get the kills.
Ooh.
Not only the win, and look at that movement, man. I love that. And there you go. They're actually being able now to go ahead and pick up their teammate. They notice it was just one person shooting at them, and they're also going to have access to this sniper rifle. And we have 15 teams left, and in the backdrop, we were also able to see another airdrop falling there. And look at this, Derpy being able to go and take out. Oh,
look at
another
Sixless.
one.
Woo! That is the boat that was coming across, and they are absolutely destroying coming across this island here. So, wow, Sixless getting the job done. Is that the mini with an 8 times? Holy goodness. Absolutely making it difficult for teams to get across. We are down to 14 now. That was an incredible shot by Sixless there. I would absolutely love to go back and check that out again. Lights Out doing work here from the southern island, taking boat after boat out. Sixless looking at the boat. Look at this. Here it comes.
Just waiting. One by one, and it explodes. It looks like boats are not the way to go right now. It seems like cars just might be the way. And look at TSM Solid just getting some shots on Gankstars, even though their team seems to be just pinned down on one area, and they actually don't have the height advantage, although they do have the Car 98, a very, very powerful weapon.
Absolutely. Car 98, obviously my personal favorite. One of them, bolt action, feels so buttery smooth. So good. Yes. Want to see more of that for sure. Let's check the zone here as the teams start to thin themselves out. Still a few trying to make their way in. We've got Team 17 stuck in the zone right now trying to make their way across the bridge. 16 is about to be in trouble as well as they're looking to swim or take a boat across this body of water. But perhaps taking a boat is not the wisest move, as you can see the wreckage here off the shore. It looks like freaking Normandy here. Lights Out making absolutely a mess of the other squads coming over in these boats.
And somebody there from Team 15 notices that Lights Out is currently in a gunfight with somebody else, and they're starting to sneak up on them. We got a shark in the water.
Absolutely.
He was going underwater, and look at Echo here just putting some pressure on Wildcard as they are outside the zone, and there are also damage. So a lot of stuff to look around here. ASAP Echo realizes that they're getting shot. They have to work on positioning here. Wildcard currently outside the zone. Team 6 outside the zone. And as we mentioned here, there you go. Lights Out notices that there is people currently swimming, and Prince is not want to go ahead and get up.
Kregma's taken down. Kregum's down, and he is finished. They're just gatekeeping this waterway, knowing that everybody is trying to get to the zone, and with the plane path as it were, there wasn't going to be a lot of squads on that southern southern island. So they are gatekeeping, doing a brilliant job. And look at that. They also have control of the short side of the zone. They're going to be having teams rotate to them en masse. This is going to be really interesting. Want to point out Team 3, Wildcard. They have made it into the zone from their earlier engagement in Milta. It looked like they were going to be really close to not making it out alive. They, in fact, have. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do here as we enter these final circles.
And I also want to go ahead and point out Team 4, VSG. They had the zone earlier, but now look at that. They are by themselves on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. They want to go ahead and start working towards the zone, especially because it's going to do a lot of damage. And I mean a lot of damage to the point where, yeah, you do not even want to get shot once or you just might end up going down. And your teammate are not going to be able to revive you. And look at Gankstars here being able to go ahead and position themselves a little bit on the high ground, making sure they have the high ground regardless of where the zone is going to be. That great positioning, and they also still have the vehicles in case they need to go ahead and move a long distance.
Absolutely. You can see Beowulf has turned the tables there on SolidFPS, earlier being scoped out by SolidFPS at the top of the ridge. Now Beowulf and squad are aware of their presence, and they're holding that high ground position, looking down on them. We've got an action again. Lights Out Juicy taking down Ish, finishing the kill, and Lights Out continuing to roll through these teams. Wolfie Money taken out as well, and we've got ASAP peeking in from the side, trying to get those Car 98s. Beautiful shot from Echo, taking out the Sigils from across the valley.
And look at that. Some of their teams are also up there. Team 6 versus Team 17 going up the hill. That is actually great. They were able to get that kill as we see Gankstars getting into some fights as well. And look at this. Team 17 getting the kill. He's laying down. He's being a snake. AKM coming into play. Whoever mentioned earlier you like the AKM, well, now you're seeing it here in live on your screen, baby.
Absolutely. Down to 11 teams now as Beowulf and Gankstars are able to wipe another squad off the face of the earth. Juicy with the AWM in play, picking up kills left and right for Lights Out as well. We've got a couple of teams making statements here early on. It's not necessarily a surprise. The circle shrinks, and we are having teams come together now. This is going to be really interesting as things progress here. This is getting exciting, guys. We've got teams in the middle looking around, Team 17 and Team 6 here. Miss Team KK. Oh, what are they going to do? This is going to be an engagement for sure. Out of the zone, they are trying to make their way in, but this is treacherous.
We have 11 teams still left with this tiny circle now. Miss Team KK, Team 17, looking to go ahead and pick up their teammate, but they do have to watch out. Team 6 is just waiting. They know they're going to have to run. They know both of them are outside the zone. They want to go ahead and get the right angle on them. Now, what I think they should be doing is they should be spreading out a little bit more towards the right too if they want to kill him, but it looks like they actually want to go ahead and get to the zone as Lord Shifero, for some reason, is still laying down.
Look at Team 5 here. They have done it right. Lights Out is no longer gatekeeping. They've moved into the very center of the circle. Could be dangerous as they will have teams coming from all sides. Miss Caliverse over on the left side there. This is going to be really, really interesting. But coming across late is Team 5. They're actually able to get across that body of water safely. Let's see if they're able to get up the hill.
We got Gankstars about to go actually against VSG. They know they're outside the zone. They know they're taking damage. Gankstars being able to go ahead and take down their Jagger, and it looks like Gankstars is just cleaning up. Hassie, it is still left. He might be laying down. He's barely inside the zone. There you go. Gankstars being able to get those kills, and look at that custom right there, baby. Ooh, that boy's got the corn.
We got story of two squads right now. Juicy doing work with the AWM for Lights Out. We've got Beowulf, Angry, and squad up with GS. They're absolutely destroying on the top of the hill here. We've got RK, Percasis actually taking some people out as well. Man, this is going to be really interesting. We are below 10 teams now left. 9 remaining, so less than half of the squads now that we started with are still standing.
And we got DerekG here with 0 kills. He does have the DP28, and it looks like his team is just carrying him right now as they do have 3 kills. One of them is currently down. Are they going to try to go for that pickup? And look at Lady Shifero actually gets taken down. It seems like they just waited a little bit too long. They are being smart, though. They do throw those smokes. They do not want to get noticed while they're just staying still for too long. So smart plays there by them, but they do need to start working on getting on the safe zone. If not, they're going to go ahead and end up dying. And it's not a situation, as we can tell right there, Echo just decides to go ahead and leave her and start working on
Sixless with a huge knock on GS Angry. Lights Out, popping Oh no,
Oh
AvaGG
my
taking
gosh.
down Pyra. EverFury goes down to Pablo. Lights Out getting the upper hand. 3 knocks. Only Beowulf is left. Can he save his squad? If anybody can do it, it's him. They're trying to get the finishes, knowing that they're off in the distance. They are going to try to be picking up their teammates, but Lights Out definitely wants to get these guys out of the fight so they can have numbers moving into the final zone.
And look at Lights Out right here, already with 12 kills, and they do seem to have great positioning. They are currently the only team inside the safe zone. Everybody needs to go ahead and start running. And DerekG, it looks like their team actually got caught outside the safe zone, and Juicy is able to go ahead and just destroy DerekG with the sniper rifle. He knows that more people are going to be there. He's waiting to go ahead and show up, and Echo Arcade Diablo there ends up dying to the zone. Juicy, there you go. We get confirmation that he was able to go ahead and kill him. Team, only 6 teams are left on this, as we do have Lights Out and Team 18 being able to spot him here. How are they going to play this? And we also got to watch out for Wildcard, because Wildcard might be nearby.
Absolutely. Juicy with another knock-on exclusive with AW, and AvaGG with a knock-on exclusive. Holy cow, this is really, really interesting getting the finish there from AvaGG. We've got 3 members of Gankstars back up in action. Pyra was finished by Lights Out, but it is now 3 members of Gankstars looking to push into the final circle here. Again, Lights Out, the only team currently in the zone. They are gatekeeping here, and you know that their attention is fully on that Gangstar squad. It looks like Mr. Flip and SolidFPS, they are still alive in circle. Early position on that Southern Military Island is paying off for them. They are one of the final 6 alive here, so good job to Team SolidFPS.
And Sixless knows that Gankstars is there. There you go. He's able to spot him. They want to go ahead and put the pressure. They're outside the zone. They have to come to them. But Gankstars, props to them, because they are currently using those smoke grenades to the maximum of their abilities, because we do know 3 players from Gankstars went down, and now at least they have 3 people back up.
EverFury crashes the wall. AvaGG's gonna gatekeep him, gets the knock, but knocks himself. And this is gonna be, oh wow, look at that. Sixless finishing Beowulf off here, knocks him. AvaGG's getting the finish, and Gankstars has been taken down. Lights Out perseveres.
Lights Out now with 19 kills, and we do have Team 18 now pushing up in Lights Out. We do have
3 teams left.
AvaGG gets picked up. 3 teams left. Something to go ahead and keep an eye on. Team 18 is still alive, and Team 5, look at this. They are gonna go ahead and move up from the ocean there, and they don't want to get caught. They definitely don't want to get caught, because right now Lights Out is hot. They got 19 kills, and you currently watching at home, let us know, who do you think is going to win? Team 9, Lights Out, Team 18, or Team 5? Please comment right now, spam it in the chat, because I have my personal favorite here.
Absolutely. This is turning out to be quite the match. Great action there between Gankstars and Lights Out. Big props to Gankstars, even making it into the zone there with that wall of smokes. Very nicely done. I know each of their players likes to carry 10 smokes, but now we've got the suspense building. Lights Out holding turf in the barn. We've got TSM and SolidFPS directly next door in the houses, and they are just going to wait and see what this zone does. They're hoping to outlast Team 5, which is currently out in the field, and add a bit of a disadvantage. You can see the wall of smokes coming down for them. Pirateer and Derpy leading the charge across the field.
And here we got Sixless actually moving into the house that Team 18 is currently on. Great placing there by Team 18. They know they got some positioning. They're winning it out. We got Pablo also starting to rotate. He might notice that there's somebody here. He now knows that somebody's there. He's going to let Sixless know, and Sixless actually goes and moves in.
Mr. Flip
gets 1 out, gets 2 down. He's able to finish them off. Sixless just going on a tear.
We're down to 2.
Oh
2 teams left. We got Lights Out, and we've got Night Owl, we've got Insane Derpy, we've got ZenLeeGaming, and we've got Pirateer coming across the field. This is going to be it. We've got AvaGG all by himself. Hey, can he hold turf here while his teammates make his way to them?
AvaGG is just making sure he holds them off. He knows that they're trying to get into the safe zone. He knows that, oh, he actually gets caught there. Pablo being able to go ahead and take down ZenLeeGaming. And look at Sixless right here with the DP. He's going to pretty much being able to go ahead and let it rain down on him. Lights Out being able to go ahead and use those smoke grenades to their ability.
Oh,
AvaGG takes 1 down. There's 1 left. There you go.
Oh, and there
that
it is.
Game, baby. Lights Out wins the first game of the Star Challenge North America.
Are you kidding me? Look at the performance here on screen. 7, 6, 2, 10, 25 kills from Lights Out in this first match. That is incredible. That is well over a quarter of the lobby just by 1 team.
That is something that is almost even unheard of. And look at this replay right here. AvaGG, even though he's actually still in the zone, making sure he gets the